don't know what you're saying, but I love you. I love you, baby girl. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa, arigato. Date bayo. Yeah, I have to go back to work in a second. Yeah. Yo trabajo en el sol, en el verano. Trabajo bien. Hombre, llega el sol con su puta madre. Quema, güey. El sol. The sun burns. But not like you, baby. You're hot as shit, motherfucker, girl. Baby girl. No papers. No, nothing. Just good, yes. Yes, porque nadie habla, hijos de su puta madre. ¿Ya las dejé sin palabras o qué? Oh, yeah, Asian. Me gustan las chinitas. Very good. Date bayo. Oh, Sasuke, no. Oh, ramen. Uy, I love ramen. Me mama el ramen.
Oh, shit, this nigga dead, y'all. Oh no, when this happened, niggas dying there, they never died before. Jesus, why ain't nobody tell his dumb ass to die? The fuck going on? Can't believe it.
bro.
Damn, bro. Took you a minute. Yeah, I got you cooking. You for real?
What? I thought that's what you guys like.
Bro, when I say give me some, I mean like some Cheetos or like Doritos or something. Newports, backwoods, I don't even smoke.
That's not what you like?
That's like me saying, that's like you telling me to go in there and I bring out a Modelo.
And I would drink that if you brought me a Modelo.
You racist?
No, I'm just. That's
like you tell me get you something to drink and I go in there and bring out a cup of ice.
I mean, if you don't want it, I'll take it back.
Yeah, come on now.
I'll...
What if I put my beanie down and drove like this? Hey, fucker, hey, fool. What? Come on now, bro. What the fuck?
So what do you want? I'm gonna get you
some snacks, bro. All right, okay,
so you want Kool-Aid then?
Enemy down.
Pásale, güerita, taquitos bien calientitos.
¿Dónde, perro? ¿Dónde, perro? ¿Dónde, perro?
No manches, ese loro sí se la sabe, ¿verdad? Que Dios que sí.
And boom, monkeys, welcome back to the Crypto Boogie channel. We've got motherfucking Tokyo Satoshi stream episode numero cuatro. We are here, we are live, and we are in Tokyo, baby. Shout out to the first moon ganger in the chat, man. Mother frickin' Nellyville, dude. What's going on, dog? Hoping you're doing on your side of the world, man. You're doing good on your side of the world. I know it's a different time zone where you're at. We got Moonpill Rational Optics in the chat as well, cats. What do we got down the pike today, man? It's pretty much going to be a market update as to what's going on. An update on the cycle count. I was kind of waiting a little bit, see which way the market would trend before I decided to make a stream, because I was looking at the way Charlie was counting the 60-day cycle or the 80-day cycle, and I was looking at the way I count it, and I was like, let's see which way it pans out. So far, it seems, and he's probably right on the 80-day cycle as to which way Bitcoin's going, if anything. But we'll cover that shortly. Yes, sir, we are live. Now, monkeys, do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel. For you cats, I'm going to play a replay gang on this because I understand some of you monkeys are at work and you guys prefer for me to do streams at freaking doggone prime time and shit, 2100 hours. But unfortunately, the time zones are a little bit different here in Japan. I'm sure you cats know that. So for now, this will be your morning stream, something you could check out while you're at work. Update, man, on the boxing gym here, dude. Dude, my boxing gym is fire, bro. I love that fucking boxing gym. That recent sparring session I had with that one kid there, he figured out my style. Second time we got into the ring, bro, he pieced me up pretty well. He pieced me up damn well. And again, I'm not a pro boxer, but nevertheless, it feels good getting in with the younger cats, man. Being able to hold up with them, if anything, when majority of cats your age can't do it either. You know what I'm saying? Checking in, Boogie, hauling ass down 35, man. Shout out to Tex Mex, hardest working fucking trucker in America, dude. Shout out to this cat. I don't know any other trucker that works harder than this fool, dude. Every time I've talked to him, bro, he was always fucking hauling shit, man. Fucking trying to fucking make that extra dinero for that Pulse Chain gang, for that Hex gang, for that Pulse X gang. And hopefully, man, you're still going to stock up on some of that PRVX in the future, if anything, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Tell me about it. Fragrance of the evening, man. Again, being redundant, I didn't bring too many fragrances to Japan. Tonight, I was rocking a little bit of Chanel Allure Sport Eau Extreme. I've gotten a couple compliments with this one. Dude, I like this one a lot. I like this one a lot. Again, being redundant, from my understanding, a lot of the Japanese people here don't like it when you get on the train station, bro, and you smell too strong like fragrance. So hence why I chose not to go with darker fragrances. And hence why I decided to go with something a little bit nicer, a little bit sportier. And this is always a great option. Of course, I've also got Dolce & Gabbana Italian Love. That's another one of my favorites, man. Smells like grapefruit. So those are two great fragrances to come into Japan. I think if I had a fragrance collection in Japan, it wouldn't be anything too dark. Everything would be kind of bright and light. This one's a little bit dark, but nevertheless, you can still pull something off like this at the gym, if anything, dude. Great fragrance. Not cheap, though. Not cheap. Good luck trying to find a fucking discount on this bitch, bro. It's not going to happen. What have I been drinking since I've been here in Japan? Most, believe it or not, bro, they got 1800 here. We're drinking a lot of 1800, man. Shout out to my freaking Japanese teacher, man. She recommended some cold sake, and I'm more of a fan of hot sake. But nevertheless, the one that I've drank as of recent, bro, has been really good. I recently picked this bad boy up. This is a very hard tequila to get in Mexico. Very, very hard, man. Here, well, in America, it's called Fortaleza. But in Mexico, the original name of this tequila, which is a very sought after tequila, is called Los Abuelos, or the grandfathers. Of course, they had to rename it when they took it into America, for the reason being that there was already a company called Los Abuelos. So they had to rename it solely for shipping it overseas. And dude, I got this at a great price here, bro, believe it or not. Dude, tequila, dude, if you like good tequila, man, Japan's a good place to pick it up. Just have room in your luggage and have some fucking weight available if you want to take some bottles home and shit like that, bro. Do I regularly drink? Once in a blue moon, man. Not a lot, not all the time, only on special occasions, bro. That's usually when I'm traveling abroad, when I'm linking up with you cats in Vegas, or New Year's Eve. Other than that, I really don't fucking drink that much. But I mean, but being redundant, man, I can hold my liquor down pretty well. At least my tequila, as long as I'm just drinking straight tequila and sake, as long as it's straight liquor, man, I'm good to go, bro. Yes, man, exactly. Age and treachery versus youth and exuberance. Yeah, I concur, man. I concur, bro. Hey, dude, but I kept up, man. I kept up, which is a good thing. I'm happy about that shit. I know I can handle my own in a street scuffle. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. So let us move forward, man. Let's see what the market entails today. Let's start off with BTC. I've got two charts that I want to show you, monkeys. Of course, the first one showing you Charlie's count, which seems to be the correct one. Now, of course, my original count was Bitcoin going all the way up to about day 85, and it seems that we're currently printing day 81, if anything. If my count was still valid, I don't think it is, for the reason being that we would have to get a monster dead ass candle to dip pretty fucking hard, man, and go past this point over here of about 62,399. So it would have to dip over fucking, what's that? A good amount. It would have to dip significantly in order for that to count in the next 3 days, bro. But who knows? Who knows? I don't think it'll be that way. Charlie's count, which I think is the correct one, we're at about day 30, and people think, oh, the cycle high is in. Now, remember, cats, being redundant, you guys have seen that we've been running on 70-day cycles. The last cycle was 77 days. The new one at the time being seems like it's around fucking doggone 30. The one that we just finished, if Charlie's count is correct, is at about 51, ballparking it. You know what I mean? So this one can run all the way up to day 70, and that would put us approximately at about June 7th, 2026, ballparking it, cats. So that means it can come back down, come back up, and that's kind of expected of wave 4. Again, being redundant, monkeys. We've got the 0 to 1, we came up to 2, and then we crashed down to 3. It looks like we're making our way up to 4, and it seems like we may end up retesting this area down here, man. Now, mind you, if I put this on the weekly and I activate my 200-week moving average, or you see this blue line right here, which I drew up to represent that, it could be that we could only touch down in this zone, give or take ballpark in it. For the reason being that there's a lot of more big players within the crypto community. We've got Vanguard, we've got the what's his name, Diamond from Chase. He was talking a lot of shit about crypto, but now he's bullish on it. Of course, he wanted to shake out all the weak hands. And now, after he shook out the weak hands, guess what he did? He bought the dip. That's exactly what happened. So it may be that we'll only touch the 200-week moving average, which represents this blue line here, before we start bouncing back up. Now, I still believe my liquidity gaps or my liquidity fucking zones, because I do have a doggone fucking fair value gap here on the monthly, and those tend to be very attractive for the market. So it could be that we'll come below 59, give or take ballpark in it, before we start tracing back to the upside. Of course, do not throw in all your dry powder as soon as we touch that fucking 200-week moving average, because you do want to buy if it goes a little bit lower. Now, being redundant, monkeys, you guys have heard me say this shit before. You guys have heard me explain this to you before. Try to set a goal. Try to set a goal. And this is not financial advice, by the way. But for example, if you can, try to acquire 20% of a whole Bitcoin, or at least a whole Bitcoin if you're a little bit more financially free like I am. You know what I'm saying? And try to rack up 10 ETH. You know what I'm saying? Save those two. Once you got those two, then we can start working on that Solana bag. Once you got that Solana bag squared away, then we can start working on all the RH coins you want to get and all that other shit. But set those goals now and start working that OT, that overtime, to accumulate that dinero. That's that way. Once we touch that area of the market, hey, you've got your money ready to go. Now, one of the ways that DCC and Charlie really like doing it is keeping it in stables, and I agree with them. Stables is a good way to go about it, but you got to make sure you have it separated in different wallets, cats, because you don't want your whole fucking stables fucking purse to go ahead and fucking get snatched up, and then before you know it, what happens, bro? All that work you did was for nothing. And shout out to Nellyville. If you guys want to play it a little bit more simple, you can do the Nellyville method, where he just DCAs weekly. That's also a very good method. Así no andas batallando. You're not all over the place, and you're not impulsively wasting your fucking USDC on stupid shit like meme coin pops up. That's pretty cool. As of recent, there was one called the torta pounder or some shit like that, and it actually had what do you call that, man? When a coin has capabilities, utility. It's called Torta Pounder, bro, and it locates all the tortas in the United States where you could find them at and shit like that, dude. So little shit like that, man. It tempts you to throw in, I'll throw in almost $1,000 at it, see what happens, bro. Maybe Torta Pounder will make me some money and shit like that. So just make sure you keep it allocated in different wallets, bro. And I can understand temptation with that. Keep it in USDC. That's always a great way to go. If you want to do a little bit of the fucking pulse chain side, man, DAI is also a good option. You know what I'm saying? But let's look at Bitcoin on a bigger time frame. And going back to the chart, cats, it's pretty evident what I wanted to show you here. And forgive me if it's rather convoluted. Let me take this off. Now, what we're looking at here, man, is the EMA ribbon. And you can see that the EMA ribbon on the weekly it seems like we're encountering this area of resistance at the time being. So that means even though we're getting an expansion, the red portion is still at the top, the yellow portion is at the bottom, which usually indicates that we're in a bearish move as far as the weekly goes. Awesome Oscillator is trending in an upward fashion, though. So here at the bottom, you can see that we do have that momentum that wants to take us past that -0 into the positive zone, which of course will be bullish, but we're kind of sandwiched between this EMA ribbon and this 200-week moving average. So you can see that we want to start bouncing in there, if anything, know what I mean? Now, and if we look at this as well from a larger time frame, let me draw this out for you cats. You can see that we got a little bit of a bearish pennant forming there. So again, being redundant, we can come crashing down, and that's where you want to have your dry powder to pick up some of these coins. You know what I'm saying? So food for thought, cats. Now, where exactly is the 200-week moving average? And you can see that I drew it up again. That's exactly right now at about 60,000 ballpark. So once we cross that zone, if we do cross that zone, I would probably start DCAing harder. That's what I would do. Now, for you cats that are a little bit more that want to be a little bit safer about shit, you see that we have this 200-week moving average or this 200 EMA that's associated to the EMA ribbon that we have here, and that puts us at about 68. That may be a good buying zone for you monkeys to start picking up some fucking BTC as we start heading down. Again, do not throw all your dry powder into that zone, because if we do come below the 200-week moving average, then that is the area where you really do want to capitalize on the dinero you throw into the market. You know what I'm saying? Not financial advice, monkeys. Not financial advice. Vamos a ver. Yep, especially if you're a busy blue collar man. So this strategy that Nelly's talking about is just DCAing weekly. That works fucking really good. I've talked to Nellyville personally, man. He's told me the success stories he's had, and there's people that vouch for him. He knows what he's talking about. So for you cats that are too damn busy, you want to keep it simple, man. Just keep doing that weekly, every week, every Monday. Boom, boom. Certain set amount that you just throw in at the market, man. And over time, your dollar cost average will be close to or very similar if you were doing dynamic DCAing. For you cats that are new at this, what does that mean? Dynamic DCAing. Buying, using your dry powder, keeping your coins ready to go to purchase that low whenever the market dips. But if you know your personality, and this is one of the things that you can learn if you ever start trading and shit like that, is if you know your personality that you're subject to fucking buying meme coins, if you have too much fucking dry powder, this is probably the best avenue of approach to go about it, because you don't make mistakes, and it will not be as low as dynamic DCAing. But if you do lack discipline, we all know who we are at the end of the day. This is a great method to do it, and it'll get you close to there. Know what I mean? So again, being redundant, try to get that 1 Bitcoin, cats, and at least 10 ETH. You know what I'm saying? We got Marcus72 in the chats. What's going on, dog? Quote for chart reading: genius is the capacity to see 10 things where the ordinary man sees one. Ezra Pound. That's a gangster ass fucking quote, man. I'm gonna have to fucking screenshot that shit. That is some high speed shit right there, man. So let's see what data I do have on Twitter, because I did find some interesting data there, which I kind of do agree with, and it kind of matches up with my ideology as to which way we could head to in the market. But let's see, man. Let's see. Let me show you cats what I got saved up for you guys on Twitter. And no, it's not memes, believe it or not. Vamos a ver. So I thought this was pretty intriguing. Now, this doesn't have any volume, cats, but nevertheless, I want to show it to you, monkeys, because this is what I'm kind of expecting for the market to play out as. So going back here, you could see that in 2021 we had that bull trap zone, and if you look at if you look on the left side of the screen, you got 2021 with that red circle. Everybody in that red circle started buying up pretty hard before they got dumped down into the bear market. You know what I'm saying? So let's play this out. 2021, you can see that they encountered that bull trap and then boom, they dumped down. Currently, it seems like we're going through the same process before we end up dumping down even harder. That's what it seems like so right now. Now, yes, it does say 2025, cats. It does say 2025. You're correct about that. But if you look further along in the chart, that's actually 2026 where the red is at. Know what I mean? And he's got it highlighted at about 58K. That is an area that I am expecting the market to go back to. And again, if you can't handle all this shit because you're too freaking busy because of your occupation, I get that. I understand that. Dynamic weekly DCAs are a great way to go. Just go that route. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably the best assured way that you'll get your hands on whatever crypto you do need to get your hands on. You know what I'm saying? Let me share something else with you monkeys that I thought was pretty interesting. Aquí estamos con esto aquí. Now, of course, the next FOMC meeting is around the corner. Let's see what fucking too late Jerome Powell has to say. Get my ugly face out of the screen. Let's see what this fucking dude always has to say. Fucking too late Jerome Powell. Come on, Jerome. No volume? Fuck. Apologize about that, cats. It used to have volume. It says Fed will officially announce its interest rate decision tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If rate does below 3.50, market goes parabolic. If rate goes 3.75, market stays flat. If rate goes to 4.0, markets get wrecked. So of course this doesn't have volume. Let me share the FOMC watch tool so you guys could see exactly where we're at. Go to the Fed watch tool. And of course, this is for April 29th, man. There's 100% chance we're not going to get a rate cut. That's what it seems like so far. For June, it seems the same way. 97.1% chance that we're not going to get a fucking rate cut. You know what I'm saying? And there's only a 2.9% chance that it may be subject to change. But then again, we are going to have a new Fed chair by the time that happens. So the story may be different. And these charts are always subject to change. They'll flip on a dime, if anything, depending on new data that comes down the pike. Let's see. Now let's go over to ETH, monkeys. Let's see what ETH is entailing. Again, so my goal is to get another 10 ETH or another portion of ETH. It seems like we are trending in an upward fashion. These fair value gaps are on the weekly, by the way, cats. These are on the weekly. And you can see that I do have this 4 zone coming up to this weekly fucking fair value gap before we shoot back down here into this order block. Now, the order block ranges anywhere from approximately $1,731 all the way down to $1,300, man. And these are weekly order blocks that we're looking at, cats. So they tend to be very attractive for the market. As per the Bill Williams alligator, let me go ahead and remove these Elliott wave lines so you guys can see my chart a little bit clearer. So you can see right there, Bill Williams alligator. If you look at the green line, the red line, and the blue line, it does seem it wants the downtrend in a certain fucking fashion to the downside. Now, let me see if I can pull up my awesome oscillator, see what the data is showing on this. Here we go. Awesome oscillator is starting to trend bearish. You can see that we're going into that red zone, and we're starting to decrease into that 0.0 area before we go into the negative areas as well, which means there will be a buying opportunity for ETH cats. So food for freaking thought. Putting it on the weekly, you could see as well, monkeys, that the Bill Williams alligator, man, it's got its fucking jaw still open, and it seems like it's still trending downward. But what's a little bit different is that the awesome oscillator does seem like it wants to flip bullish temporarily, cats. So that is where ETH is at. Let's see what else we got, cats. One more token that I wanted to show you, monkeys. Uno más. And of course, that is none other than Pulse Chain, because I know we got a lot of Hexicans here that are part of the community. Question: does anybody know if Charlie and Miguel's crypto mindset course is still live? Any you cats know? Have they finished with their courses? Make sure you drop that data in the chat, cats. Vamos a ver. Let's go over to fucking Pulse Chain. And Pulse Chain, everything still seems bearish the time being, man. Let's put it on the weekly so we can get a bigger picture as to which way the market's heading on Pulse Chain, man. And you can see that we're still somewhat bearish. Of course, this isn't the entire fucking story on Pulse Chain, or is it? I think it may be the entire story on Pulse Chain, but you can see that on the weekly, man. Bill Williams alligator is still trending in a downward fashion. It still seems somewhat bearish, but what's kind of odd, believe it or not, cats, is that the awesome oscillator seems like it's bullish. Let me see if I can get this squared away for you, monkeys. You can see that it wants to flip bullish, if anything, but so far right now, the trend does seem like we are heading down in a bearish fashion. So there will be a chance to get a little bit more Pulse Chain. It wouldn't be a bad idea, monkeys, to try to shoot for about, what, 600 million Pulse Chain? That wouldn't be a bad idea, man. If you got the dinero, maybe a billion, but first, make sure you eat your motherfucking meat before, make sure you eat your vegetables before you have your fucking meat. You know what I'm saying? So that means you got to make sure that you got to have your fucking Ethereum, you got to have your fucking doggone Bitcoin, some Solana, and then you can worry about that. Get that shit squared away first, get your goals squared away, and then you can hop into the fucking Pulse Chain area. And if that shit moons, dude, we are golden. Now, I understand a lot of people are pissed off at Richard Hart because last time we were in the market, man, his coins didn't do well. But then again, not a lot of coins on ETH did, unless they were memes. And not all memes did great on ETH as well. Majority of the memes that ended up popping off last bull run were mostly on the Solana side. You know what I'm saying, monkey? So this time around, ETH pumps, you probably be rest assured, man. RH coins will probably do well, if anything. You know what I'm saying? Vamos a ver. Moonpill Rational Optics, I believe it ended. They may be in the take profit extension. Cool. Cool, man. That's awesome to hear. That's awesome to hear, man. Nothing new on the peptide front. Not that I know of. I do know that I think Eli Lilly, they're trying to re-register retatrutide as a biological compound, which means if it has more than 49 amino acids or 50 amino acids at that point in time, they can re-register it. But I think it's going to be an uphill battle for them, if anything. And the reason they want to do that is because they want to go ahead and charge fucking $4,000 a script, if anything. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, not a really lot of new data going on in the fucking in the motherfucking in the peptide realm, if anything, cats. Cool. Well, monkeys, that was a market update. I will be coming up with another one for you cats. because I do want to see where the market's going as well. And of course, while Charlie and Miguel are out, I want to keep dropping data for the Moon Gang, help you guys out as much as possible. Because if you make it, I make it, and we all make it if anything happens. And I'm saying, monkeys. So I will catch you cats on the flip side. I'll check you guys out later. Peace.